It's the National Football League on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield after his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors.
And off we go from Seattle.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Jones. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Throwing Jones. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein it at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The numbers a week ago for Kupp: 4 catches, 52 yards.
I like the performances he's put up throughout the year. That's the reason he's ranked number 9 in the league in receiving yards. In a league that throws the ball around like crazy, number 9's a good number.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones on the move to his left. His throw incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now this throw caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Mayfield. A check down here for Henry. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. End zone caught. Touchdown Seattle. Jamison Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
An extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's taken in at the 9.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know and often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. From the 36, Mayfield. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Mayfield now from the 50. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On second down, here's Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Mayfield. Zach Ertz has it complete. Touchdown. Zach Ertz. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter, you get points. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Second down, they go again with Henry. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Mayfield. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past across the 45. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. From the 31, Mayfield throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Ertz over the middle. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Seattle. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great work, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here for Slayton, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Off the bootleg, Jones. And he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's still on his feet. And they bring this one back. It's It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Slide for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones rolling to his left. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Jones throwing on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From just shy of midfield, Jones flush to his right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Following the interception, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Mayfield. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold it for just a short game.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw going into the hands of Williams. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and a rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen,
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. From there, we make the trip east as we head all the way to Jacksonville to check on the Jags. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Teddy Bridgewater, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And despite the fact that they're looking up at a double-digit deficit at halftime, they were able to move the football through the air in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield on the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
This is taken at about the 14. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Able to get away. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back to throw again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
George Karlaftis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Zerline now for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry, and he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 29, Jones completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing Jones.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Now Jones. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll just get rid of it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 10. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Ertz has it left side. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Mayfield off the play fake. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll run with McKissick. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and forever. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And out now come the Seahawks. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Caught by the tight end Ertz. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield to throw it. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple. A carry now for McKissick. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Second and goal from the 1. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. From the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's got Fuller. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, it's Henry. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 36. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Throwing, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in here by Fuller. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.